Taking a Break, The Third Way, written by Khatzumoto, posted in October of 2008. This burnout issue, as discussed here, and here, is really interesting. Now all you wusses out there, I'm just having fun with you. I don't actually think you're wusspits. I just think that you're morally inferior to me. Back up. You were not supposed to see that right there. We're all special and... Okay, never mind. But seriously, I'm just screwing with you. I think the world does people a disservice in two ways. First, it tells them that it's normal and okay not to have fun for the majority of one's life. Second, it tells them that it's okay to feel and act helpless in the face of all this. The result is this disgusting push to mediocrity. We don't have to accept boredom, nor do we have to accept weak sauce and being, less than we can be. We should join the army and die? Really, I don't know. I'm just as lost and vague on this as most people are. Anyway, after that paragraph of nothing, let's get to the point. Let me tell you why you might need a break from Japanese. It is not because of the inherent structure of your brain or some other lame-o reason. After all, there are people who have essentially spent their entire lives in a single language and never needed a break. The reason I think most people need a break from Japanese is because they're always struggling, always reaching, always trying to get somewhere, always looking at where they aren't, where they should be, where they could be, where they want to be. If you learn to let go of this and just be Japanese, be in Japanese, then you will never need a break. If you merely accept Japanese or whatever your L2 is as the primary reality of your life, as reality itself, then you'll never feel the need to escape from it. It is only your thoughts that are tiring you. If you stop having tiring thoughts, you stop feeling tired. In my hardcore Japanese phase, I didn't take breaks, not consciously, partly because of my moral superiority and saint-like nature and Naruto-like drive, and partly because, 1. I sucked at scheduling and getting myself to do thing T on day D of any given week W. I really did, and do. 2. Knowing my own character, I knew that if I gave myself an English centimeter, I would take an English kilometer. In fact, I would take several English kilometers. Dude, I would take a light year. One thing would just lead to another, and before you know it, I'd have been one of those guys in a forum talking about how I done try to immerse me in some Japanese once, that shiz is impossible. 3. The fact of living in America and being a college student naturally forced me to leave my Japanese bubble at least some of the time anyhow, so why should I go out of my way to throw gasoline on the English fire threatening my precious wooden Japanese house? There's a joke in there somewhere about the KKK circling Malcolm X's childhood home, but I don't think it's worth picking up. Okay, so what if this still isn't enough for you? What if you still feel the need for a break? I have the suggestion of a lifetime for you, and it is this. Take a break in Korean. Or whatever L3 is for you. Take a break from L2 and in L3. Important, do not try to learn L3. It is not for learning. It's for breaking to. It's for resting. It is not for learning. That's the idea here, at least. So if you're a native English speaker doing AJATT for Japanese, and you're feeling combusted, feeling extinguished, feeling burned out, then take a break into Korean, or Hindi, or Spanish, or anything, as long as it's a language that you suck at, that you know considerably less than L2. Let's call this language L3. Why? At least several reasons. DJ, break it down. 1. It'll be amusing. Languages you don't know sound like amusing gibberish. 2. You'll realize how amazing you actually are at L2. Learning by immersing in native materials has the one downside that it can make you blind to just how good you're getting. Since you're always comparing yourself to native speakers, you're always seeing the delta between your current self and the destination, while rarely getting a chance to see the delta between yourself and the starting point. Often, all it takes to feel energized and confident again is to see how far you've come. Before going to Korea, I listened to some RTHK podcasts for Cantonese-speaking learners of Korean, and I realized that my Cantonese owned, relatively speaking. I could follow almost all of what they were saying, and of course I could read and everything. Conversely, Korean was a total blank. Korean was like, WTF? Circles? TF? 3. If you're in a frame of mind that requires a break, then this same frame of mind will be refreshed by a break to L3, but will also be unable to stay in L3 too long, since 4. L3 lacks the familiarity that draw you into a downward spiral capability of L1. Returning to L1 is more than simply watching one program or listening to one song. Returning to L1 is to plug back into the whole matrix, the whole web of materials, relationships, and interconnections that you have made in your years of L1 experience. As such, this is a dangerous thing. 5. A flirtation with L3 can restore you to the sense of curiosity and wonder that brought you to learn L2 in the first place. Anyone who's learning in L2 feels a need to do it, but this need is not as strong as the need to breathe. Really, it's a want, right? It's fulfilling a, wouldn't it be cool if... I know I make an effort to get people feeling uncomfortable with illiteracy in Sino-Japanese. I think illiteracy is inexcusable, but really, this language thing is generally fulfilling a desire of ours, a dream. We're explorers. Like Dora, not Christopher, all your base are belong to me, now I kill you and your couch, Columbus. Dude, why am I talking about Columbus? Oh yeah, curiosity, wonder. If you've lost this in the sea of obligation and gotta do more reps and measurement and execution, then a trip to L3 can give this back to you. What's more, you can take this Genki, juvenile energy, back to your L2 journey. 6. More people learning in L2 have interest in further language learning. Interest is too tame a word. It's closer to greed, lust, yearning. Unfortunately, I often see this interest take an unproductive turn. People learning multiple languages simultaneously, but really just sucking at all of them. To be fair, I speak mostly of myself here. There appear to be people who get the MSLA, multiple simultaneous language acquisition, thing working well. But focusing on one thing at a time is much faster and, in the end, much funner. You get results sooner, leading to a big boost in confidence and more rapid economic benefits. Trying to do too much at once tends to drag and lead nowhere. As the saying goes, the hunter who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. By the way, in my experience, there is next to zero financial return for kind of knowing a language. But as soon as you really know a language, you'll be having to turn opportunities down. This seems to be true regardless of the size of user base, such that thoroughly learned Icelandic shall tend to serve you better economically than broken Mandarin. Although then again, if you're in a country where a certain language is spoken, even a minimal knowledge of it is obviously far better than total ignorance. Anyway, rather than have your mental and financial energies divided between 2 languages, better to acquire one first and then use it as a mental and financial hook for the second. Emotionally, this decision can be painful, but methinks you're better off making it than suffering the consequences of evading. So breaking to an L3 is potentially a constructive outlet for the wanderlust that plagues so many of us. 7. Best of all, when you come back to L2, you will feel like a champ. You'll be like, holy crap, look at all this stuff I understand. Basically, a sojourn in the truly foreign L3 will make L2 seem totally at home. When I was in Korea, I might as well have been born and raised in Hong Kong because Cantonese sounded like the soothing lullabies of my mother, cooing me to sleep all...
乖呀，乖呀小宝宝，无始惊讶。
Shh, hush now, you're safe. It's Cantonese, mother lover. No more circles. Shh. If learning L2 is running uphill, then switching to L3 is like running uphill with a 50 kg backpack. Put that thing on for a while, when you finally take it off, life will seem a whole lot easier. It is like a 50 kilogram backpack, but not nearly as sucky. In fact, it's actually a lot of fun. See point number 1 above. So yeah, try it out. Make your break destination in L3. The break doesn't have to be long, or complicated. It doesn't even have to be total. I once watched a Thai movie, Ong Bak, with Japanese subtitles, and the process left me feeling like a dog having the base of her tail scratched. I really felt like vegan cookies dipped in soy milk. It was delicious and gave me a lot of confidence in my Japanese, which looked amazing when seen next to my zero Thai knowledge. Anyway, try it. Go to the red, Kryptonian sun of L3, then return to the yellow, Terran sun of L2 with superhuman comprehension abilities. I wonder if there's prison break in Polish.